Hello, my fiery kittens. It's Firecast3 here, and today I wanted to do a really lighthearted video of just examples of when I was really dumb as a kid. My first story is about how I almost burnt down my house, and the second one is a story about how I could have destroyed my taste buds. So let's get started. The first story, I was approximately late middle school, early high school age, somewhere in that zone, and I decided to do this on a day when there was very little people in my home. It was a day off, it was a random day off in the week. Not many people around. Mistake number one. So, during this time, I was very artistic. I am still very artistic as an adult, and I like to experiment with my art and try new things and try new techniques. I watch videos and stuff like that, and I just go, oh, that looks fun, let me try it. That day, I had been obsessed with making paper older, and I think, if I remember correctly, I wanted to make a scroll. Like an old looking scroll, and I don't remember why or my reasoning to why I wanted to make it, but I was determined. I was going to make an old looking scroll. So the first thing I had to do was make old looking paper. Now, you probably can see where this is going, but for those of you who don't, there are two ways to make paper look older, or at least two ways that I knew of at the time. The first was to soak it in coffee for a day. To young me, that was a boring idea. It would take too long, my room would smell like coffee, and personally, I hated coffee. So I was like, I'm gonna go with option 2. Option 2 was, you burn the paper with a candle. Or well, at least with fire. I had a candle at hand. And to me, that was brilliant. I could control fire, I was totally a secret firebender this entire time. Obviously, I was not a firebender. But, as a kid, you have really high levels of confidence for some reason sometimes. And for this, I had a high level of confidence that I was not going to burn down my house. Cut to me catching paper on fire. So, basically what happened was that I had a candle, and I didn't think at the time to have a bowl of water near me or something to put out the fire with. I just had a candle, and I was like, I can blow out any fire I start. Oh, my confidence was so much higher back then. So first couple of pieces of paper burnt well. I didn't have a problem. I blew out the fire. It looked great. But then I, for some reason, thought that, you know what, it'd be really cool if I could have a burnt hole in the middle of the piece of paper. Oh boy, was that the mistake I made that day. So I held the paper over the fire, the little candle fire, and it got browner and browner, and I'm really excited waiting for it, and then flames, just big old flames, come shooting through the paper. And me, being that naive kid, I didn't have water near me, so I had to go to the closest bathroom to throw some water on it. Now, in my house, the closest bathroom from my bedroom is down the hall through my mom's room to her private bathroom. So you can see young me with a piece of paper that is on fire. I am barely holding on to it. This thing is really hot, fire everywhere, running down the hallway into my mom's room. Half the piece of paper goes flying down to the ground. Luckily, the carpet didn't catch on fire. I run into the bathroom, and instead of using the toilet or the sink, the sink is the closest, the toilet's already filled with water, two really good options. Little me goes, shower, that's where the water is, and I throw this piece of paper in the shower and turn it on. Lucky for me, I did not catch the curtains on fire, which is what current me would have thought would happen. Adult me's going, that was really dumb. Anyway, once I had got the paper calmed down, I then took a deep sigh of relief until I walked into my mother's room and I realized I had melted a part of her carpet. Lucky for me, I only melted the top half of the carpet and nothing else caught on fire, so I didn't burn down the house, but there was a very awkward conversation I had with my mother, and it led to me one day taking a pair of scissors and having to try and cut off or pull off all the pieces of carpet that were melted. You can barely tell where the carpet was melted to this day, and if I can, I will put a picture up for you guys. It actually worked pretty well. I don't think most people would know that that carpet had been melted. But you know what? I was dumb, I was young, and I almost set my house on fire. You're probably all going, now her username makes so much more sense. Fire cats, as in fire, as in pyro, as in she's a pyromaniac. Yeah, no, my friends and my family don't trust me with fire, even though I've gotten much better. Okay, since then, I have aged paper beautifully using the fire technique, okay? I've learned my lesson. Always do it outside in the rocks, and always have some sort of way to put out the fire with you at hand at all points. So that's my first story. Now my second story happened when I was much younger. So when I was little, I was homeschooled until 5th grade. So I had a lot of friends who were also homeschooled. And they thought it was so cool that I went to public school. And I was now this bad girl, this really cool leather jacket, sunglasses type of person. And obviously I wasn't. You can ask any of my friends who went to public school with me, they would say that I was the most innocent little thing they had ever met. I was so innocent as a child. Now I am nowhere near innocent. Curse you, public schools. Anyways, to kind of keep that charade up, I used to come up with ways to freak my friends out. Like, I was obsessed with making them go, oh, fire, that's so gross, or oh, fire, that's so weird, or something like that. I was just obsessed with getting them to think that I was this cool, crazy person. And that leads us to the YMCA. So in 5th grade, my mother decided that we were old enough to learn how to swim, and she got us swimming lessons at the YMCA. So we would go with my homeschool friends because they were also learning how to swim, and if you've ever gone to the YMCA, you know there's a showering area. When you're done with the pool, you go into the locker rooms and they have showers. So to save, money, effort, we're all little girls, and, it wasn't a big issue if we all showered together. So we would take one room and shower. So that's where I came up with a brilliant idea. So brilliant. As a kid, I thought this was hilarious, because I learned that my friends had never tried eating soap. I kid you not. Before this, I had bitten into a bar of soap. Why did I do that? Curiosity. Anyway, on with my story. So we take out our shampoos and stuff, and the shampoo, theirs smells different from mine. So I go automatically, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have the most brilliant idea. So I took their shampoo, poured a little bit into my hand, and I licked my hand. Shampoo doesn't taste good, just so you know. But it resulted in the exact action that I was so looking forward to, which was all my friends went, ew, fire, why did you do that? Oh my god, you're so weird. And so I continued that for the entire time. I would try their conditioner, I tried their shampoo, I tried the lotions, like anything that you would use in the shower that was like soapy, I was gonna lick it if it smelled good. And I came up with a catchphrase for this. It was literally, this smells good. I wonder what it tastes like. And anytime I said that, all of their faces just went to like cringe mode, like they knew what I was gonna do. Fire, no, don't. Anyway, so you would think that this would stop after we finished our swimming lessons, we no longer went to the YMCA, but no, it kind of continued, but not really. So after we were older and we were finally getting to use things like deodorant, wink wink. So one of the days that I was sleeping over at their house, they pull out this deodorant and they're like, this is the best smelling deodorant ever, and it's brand new and stuff like that. And I was like, Oh my goodness, I have the best idea. I remember this from when we were young, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Look them all dead in the eyes. This smells good. I wonder what it tastes like. And I licked their deodorant. Oh, did it not taste good? It's kind of like a chalky taste, honestly. I am now reviewing deodorant for you guys. How do you like that? Yeah, they didn't trust me near their deodorant ever again. They don't even trust me near their perfume. They're like, no, just no, fire. Do not go near the perfume. Anyway, so that's the story of how I weirded out my friends, and I always enjoyed it, and I'm still laughing about it because I thought it was hilarious and made me interesting. Oh wow, small child me is just like really dumb. And the worst part of it is now I have this habit in the shower. If I get a new soap that smells good, I have to resist the urge to lick it. Oh, and they don't say childhood messes you up. It so messes you up. Anyway, so those are my 2 stories of me being really dumb. To anyone who listened to this and thought any of the things I said was a good idea, do not play with fire, for 1. And 2, do not lick soap, because that can damage your taste buds. It is not meant to be digested, or licked in my case, so please don't do that. Everything I said is a story that I did as a kid that it was bad ideas. Please don't copy me whatsoever. They were bad ideas. Okay, now that I've said my piece, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of story time like idea I had, please like, comment below. Maybe you had a weird thing that you did as a kid. Tell me all about it. I love to hear your guys' stories. So, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and Firecats3 out. Peace.